Hello, you glorious lot, and welcome back to Hardcore FrankenCraft. Let's hop on, and we're in a glass bubble, which, ironically, is similar to something I wanted to do, but what the heck? How do I... What? Okay, first let me grab the... No, y'all are just messing with me. That's what y'all are doing. You're just messing with me to try and get a reaction out of Flues when he logs on. This much is obvious. Obvious. Instant health 2. Oh, somebody found a fortress. So that means I am unlikely to need to go. I thought I'd probably have to... Oh my god. This perilousness. What the... What? I probably need to take a view. Maybe from the other hill. Is that the only thing that was added? I mean, you certainly notice it when you log on. There's no hiding that. There's a lot less mangroves hanging around. I mean, the glass bubble certainly protects more than... Oh, okay. There's going to be some things to see. And let me... use this to check this out. It's just a strange project. And someone collected the mangroves, not the roots. I saw some glass inside of here. Okay, so someone decided to expand the hobbit hole and make it a little more comfy. So there's a brewing area with a view on the river. That's very nice. Okay. Some raids were had. I don't know if actually raids were had for sure. We got some what are these called? Lampposts. We got this thing. This is a chicken farm? Automated chicken farm? Is it an automated chicken farm? Is that what it is? Is it an automated chicken farm? Oh, that's starting to... A lot of other things. We got even more farms. The farmlands have grown. Okay. And oh, dang. Bed benches. Okay, we got a little bit of netherwort growing here and there. A little bit. So we and we reach this area and we got damn. Okay. So you see this bee in here. That is what I wanted to do. Build a bee house. And I don't find... Am I too stupid to find the entrance? Is that what's happening here? I'm just too dumb to figure out how to get in. Okay. I am too dumb to figure out how to get... Aha. I think... This may be incomplete. It's... Inventory. Right. Clearly labeled inventory. We got more food than I thought we needed. Let's say we got nether stuff. Okay, well, it's not fully transferred because I brought back a lot more nether stuff than that. But we got a nice table with benches. So this is one of the questions that I was wondering. Is like when someone hasn't quite completed their build, what do we do? Like, do we take over and this is gonna how I'm gonna finish it? Or do we set it aside and let the others have their go? Or perhaps the original builder like gets all the way back to their turn and they can finish it. Because this is an inordinate amount of building in just a couple shifts. That's a lot of building. I think some people might have... Oh, and the farm's moved again. What? Why? They were perfectly fine over here. Why did... Okay. Oh, the iron farm. Is this fixed? Or... Because I still don't know how it works. I didn't check this at all, so I have no idea if it works. We get... Okay, we got a little bit of iron, so I assume that now it works. I hear a zombie inside. That zombie probably threatens the villagers so that they call you know, their friend. They call their friend. And how's the roof of this thing? We can have a glass roof on this section. Yeah, lots of chickens who lay eggs in the water. Then gets collected. Okay, this is not the kind of chicken farm I'm used to seeing, obviously. There's a lot of new things in Minecraft that I haven't been keeping up with. So all this looking around has taken 8 minutes of my 1 hour. And when I say 1 hour is... We have the special rule: if we die in the first hour, we get a redo. We get an extra life. Only if we die in the first hour. If we choose to die at a different time, then, you know, it's all over. And the shift ends, we pass on the relay baton to the next person. So what I wanted to do is an apiary, because wax and honey, well, we're probably not going to do a whole lot with honey blocks, I don't imagine, but perhaps wax can give us candles and a lot of lighting options for inside buildings that are going to be a little bit nicer. So that's one of the things I want to do, but building an apiary, I don't think will take my whole shift. I don't think that's going to happen. So we still have only a fake facade for this mountain here. Okay. So there's still stuff potentially behind it. Okay. But someone went to the nether and got enough to brew. Someone flattened the top. I think this wasn't like this before. Am I? Wow, I have no recollection now. But I'm pretty sure this is not how the top of the mountain looked. Does that mean there's something here? All right. So... Whoever went to the fortress, I hope they left signs of what direction they went in. So this staircase I clearly did not make, so that might be the direction. Cobweb. What does the cobweb mean? With a real staircase. What does the cobweb mean, though? You're making me nervous with the staircase. Oh, what? What? Where? Did someone make a spider? Oh, I must not read the signs. Okay. Poison spider grinder, my god. What madman. So that's what that is. Poison spider grinder in hardcore Minecraft. And we found the fortress quite clearly. Okay. Nuts. Nuts. Who makes a poison spider grinder? That's nuts. Alright. Clearly my first time in a fortress, but given the fires that are lit here, and this over here, clear signs that this is definitely the fortress that was used to collect the potion stuff. That means there's no treasure here for me to find. Try to get somewhere where I can explore new things, or get new resources or something. Wow, so much has been achieved since my last shift, I can hardly believe it. Alright, you're feeling a little chilly, aren't you? Let's see if I can invite you to wander around. So we're probably going on a one-way trip. It looks like we have actually have a fortress within distance of our main portal. We already have a bastion where I decided to lose our fortune pick last time. I had to make a new one. Just gonna grab this. This is one of the treasures of the Nether that people kind of underestimate, especially when you bring it back to the main world. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Let's travel. Oh, we got another fortress here. I don't think it's the same one. No, it definitely is not. We can see if this one has loot. Oh, I'll take the diamond horse armor and leave the other one behind. Alright, the loot is a little bit disappointing here. I'll probably just give the 2 gold ingots to piglins and see if they give me something more interesting. As I dare say... Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I'm in trouble here. Oh, my God. Why? Why? Alright, we can take the instant health pot. Because I have plenty of time to explore still. And we can chuck that bottle. Alright, little guy. Ready for more adventures? I think I heard a hoglin, so I'll vacate the premises. Yeah, I definitely heard the hoglin, and I heard the blaze too. Ooh, little baby strider, yeah. That looks like a third fortress, which is again not the same one. No guest here? Ah, sad. Oh. So what can I trade in? The quartz? A secondary saddle might not be dumb. Since I lose this one to the Strider and I'll never get it back, I'll at least replace it. Oh, I saw the welcoming committee of blazes over there. That's not going to be okay. Hell no. I got about 10 minutes left. I don't think that's enough to do a whole lot of exploring with my last life, so I'm going to see if I can bring this this boy back home. I don't know if I'm going to have time. It's 500 blocks away, roughly. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. Get back down. Get back down. Get back down. There you go. So this is Stridy's spot. I have to dig up in this poo. Or die first. Whichever happens first. Because it might be faster at this point to just lose my life. Well, unfortunately, I dug this tunnel. And I'm 2 minutes until my first hour. And I have not, like, found my way to the spawn portal. I'm really close somewhere. I'm really close, but unfortunately the spawn portal is like in a prison. A prison. So what I gotta do is die to the skeleton, I guess. I'm gonna take a screenshot of the coordinates of the Strider, and then up to die we go. You wanna shoot me, buddy? It's embarrassing that I'm going to have to die to a skeleton. But I suppose I could die of fall damage instead. That might take less time. But come on, hurry up, dude. I got less than a minute to die now. Less than a minute. Will you shoot? There you go. Meow indeed. Oh, and I suppose it's a good idea to sleep. My beehives flat out disappeared. That's all right. The world has plenty of beehives. Even if mine is lost. Come on, make babies. No, no. Oh, I wanted all three of you in there. Oh, no. Yes, 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 go in. Go in, little boy. Go in. Go on. All right, baby bee, if you refuse to go in, I'm going to have to go leave without you. There we go. One bee nest with 3 bees. Make the babies. What about you guys around here? There's one bee. Is there another bee somewhere here? Yeah, there you go. Right, I'm gonna have to wait a little while to harvest these hives? Hives? Oh, and there's yet another one over here. Okay, I didn't expect these guys. One skeletal horse obtained. No. Don't think you can kill me. Shit. Okay, where's the... Alright, I guess we got skeletal friends now. So we collected a lot of full beehives. Now it's time to build the biodome that will contain them because, well, bees tend to wander around, and if there's water in the area, they often drown themselves. So bees, for their own protection, it does look like they need some kind of completely foolproof enclosure that will keep them safe and happy inside a productive little bubble. Inside the dome, if you will, because this one I'm making it out of glass, of course, so the bees that are just simple little AI programs are going to be happy. And I built it out of blue glass, and making, of course, a little bit of gradients with the stone as I build the structure that holds it all together. Now you have to know, my single solitary viewer, while I recorded this episode, I got COVID. I suppose you can kind of still hear it in my voice, and I'm generally much better now, but it took a toll on me, and of course it put me... it gave a lot of delays in the production of this episode and in my life in general. But it's all good now. And look at the little flues. He ran out of blue glass, and now he's rushing out in the back there to go get the rest. And oh no, I forgot the blue dye. And he's coming back. All right. And he's going to be popping up onto the roof of the dome to complete the glass structure and move on. So redstone is not my forte, but that's what we're doing here. For the honey collection, so you need dispensers and above them observers, and those also need to be linked with redstone. To avoid spawning of nasty things, I put some moss carpet in the back so that nothing's going to bother our bees. So you link the observers to the dispensers with the redstone. That way the observers tell the dispenser when it's time to use the shears and shear some honeycombs off. And beneath all of that, we need to create the area where we're going to be collecting the honeycombs. So I decided to go with the system of powered rails with the minecart hopper that will go into this collection chest. And of course, the hoppers into the collection chest. And then we need the rails that will go on top of the hoppers where it's going to drop the merch off. We need all sorts of things to make this thing work, notably flowers, so that the bees have something to work with. So we span the area with a lot of flowers, and the moment I place the beehives, you can see immediately already honeycombs are being produced. And of course, fat little bees just get in the way. You can't put them, you can't just place the beehives because the bees are in the way. They're just buzzing away. Now my slow brain, as you can see in slow motion right here, actually it's sad, but it was sped up. But I realized that I misplaced the torches, and I had to redo the placing so that I could put the powered rails in an area that would allow me to create a looped circuit for the little minecart chest, the hopper minecart, and needed to give it a push so that the perpetual motion machine would start. And off it goes. And I tried adding bottles to collect honey bottles. Unfortunately, that system is really made just for honeycombs. So it's throwing empty bottles at me, which is useless. So I replaced all the bottles with more shears. So it's going to be honeycomb and honeycomb only, not a dual purpose farm. Of course, now I'm making a ladder up to the chest that gets the collect. the honeycombs. And I decided to take a look, and I didn't quite like where the exit lined up. So inside, I kind of block it back in and then dig a little bit to the side so that it would create a nice entrance in a more suitable spot at the side of the hill here. And then, of course, a little bit of terraforming so that an easy path can be made to reach. On the inside, I decided to use some darker stones. So, of course, that's black stone. It's a little bit of basalt, and I completed with some deep slate to give the impression that the hole is a little bit deeper. And at the moment, of course, the dome is kind of just on a circle of cobble, which is, not great. And I decided to work on making the dome blend in. And with all the textured new stones in Minecraft, we can kind of really have fun with gradients, which I'm a little bit too obsessed with recently. I think at this point you can, given the way I've been building recently, you can kind of immediately tell when Flusmaker's built something if there's gradients in it, if there's some gradient action going on, if there's like textures, a play with textures to create like volume or shadows or something. Any kind of gradient, if Flusmaker build it, it's the telltale sign. And I spawn-proofed the top of the bubble, of course, because this is a hardcore world, and you don't want nasty creepers spawning on top of those bees. Most of our base is not really spawn-proof, though we have really easy access to beds, so sleeping the night away is pretty damn easy. But still, it's a hardcore world. You don't want to be surprised by a creeper while you're, tabbed out or something. A look at the base, and now it's into making sure my hardcore FrankenCraft friends can easily find the collection area of the bee farm. And so I have to make a clear path to it. And even a little path through the stony area, just a third type of path, I guess, that goes to the portal and to the collection area. And of course, because the vanilla Minecraft generation is just a little bit plain, I just spam leaf blocks everywhere in order to make the area a lot more lush and, I would say, prettier. I mean, it's kind of a hack in Minecraft. Just add leaves, it makes it prettier. If you place little pots and then a dead bush and then leaf blocks on top, it makes like potted bushes. Really nice. I collected all the melons and all the pumpkins throughout because that's what gives the most emeralds. And as I did that, I realized the two different styles of paths need to be blended. Will it blend? It does. I even replaced some oak planks with jungle planks to increase the blend, and of course added glowberries to the lush area around the bee dome. So, with 4 hours left, and having noticed that there were a lot of ender pearls in the chests, I'm not sure if they were all killed with looting, or perhaps the pearls we got from trades with piglins. I'm not sure, but there was a lot of pearls. So I made some Eyes of Enders, and as you saw, the direction of the eye changed. It changed again, and that allows me to find basically... I was not happy about losing that last one. But it allows me to find the location of the fortress. There you go. Look at it. And immediately right above the actual portal room as well. So Eyes of Enders do work in terms of locating what you need. With 4 hours to go, I decided to go ahead and find this. Now, the plan is not to actually go fight the dragon, not right now, but I'm thinking we have the rule that if we die in the first hour, we get a mulligan, and we can just, continue. So I figured if we use our first hours shrewdly, we can make as many attempts as we ultimately need to kill the dragon in ultra hardcore. And still make it through, manage to make an episode. So, you can start your episode, try and kill the dragon, see if you can get it done. And if not, well, you have a mulligan, and then you can do your regular shift, if you will. But of course, there's lots of treasures in these fortresses. Take your bets. What kind of books, if any, are we going to find? Take your bets now. Power 4. You could hear how far back in my chair I was and away from the microphone. But we're finding a few books. And you saw the mouse shake there. You did. I went into the hole, and the creeper surprised me, and thankfully didn't do that much damage. But I basically had to use like the healing I had on hand to basically get back in shape, and found other side in the fortress. Always happy to get the new discs. You know, I'm a kind of musically inclined fella, so I'm just always happy. Again, if you're going to take some bets on books, do it now. You can pause the video and make a prediction, but now it's too late. 3 more books. Some of them are but that's a lot of books. But as I say, well, that's a lot of books, and yet another one as well. And the difficulty is, well, I don't have that much inventory space, but there is obsidian, and I still have blaze powder and ice vendor. That means I can craft the ender chest and use that basically as a inventory dump for the stuff that the excess stuff I'm carrying around. So we're probably going to need some more pearls and a little bit more blaze to open the end portal. But the idea now is to link this to our home base. So I took note of the coordinates, and of course I want to make sure that the portal links to the other one. And I don't like the fact that this portal is basically at lava height, while our home base portal is like, I don't know, Y110 or something like that. So I decided to remove the portal down there that was generated and move all the way up, and realized that we were in a pretty dangerous biome. Let's set that skelly on fire through the soul fire. But yeah, we're still not done going up. There's still about 15 blocks to move upwards. And we'll build a new portal all the way up there. And the idea, of course, is that it's going to create a portal that is a lot safer. Again, we're in a hardcore world. You know, if we can avoid taking damage as much as we can, that's good, because that way we don't have to drain immense amounts of healing to always stay in shape. So the portals are linked, and now it's a question of digging a long tunnel of safety all the way to the other one. And oop, there you go. I just got inside the spider spawner grinder tunnel, and I'm gonna have to like create a alternate entrance, ideally with you know, not too expensive materials, if I can manage that. But the idea is to try, because we're not allowed to leave instructions, so I want to try to make it clear where it's going without necessarily using my words. And the idea is to use Eyes of Enders. That should, right? That should say this goes to the end, right? I mean, hopefully. Because some of the messages I tried leaving without signs in the past on the server have not worked. And people didn't understand what they were referencing. So I just gotta hope that these resources are not going to waste, and that they're still going to understand what it is. I mean, once they cross inside the portal and see where it goes, they're actually gonna, oh, it's the end portal. I see. But it's time to take the little ride of cartness. We're gonna have to try and fill this in a little bit more to keep everyone safe. I think I did not remember to do that, and it's actually still open and possible, maybe, for a skelly here and there to try and take a shot. But into the Basalt Delta we go. It's a longer ride than you'd think, but you still managed to get there. I dug along the clear axes, the 100s and so on axes, and we get all the way to the place. I still had more time, and in looking for the portal while I was throwing ender eyes and stuff, I discovered another village. Someone else already been here, by the way. I wasn't the first one here, but the importance of this village is that it's also connected to a body of water that reaches the base. Well, almost reaches the base. There's this river here, this little area that has basically... Well, dried up, let's say. The riverbed has dried up, and I need to change this situation. So quickly, I made it into a navigable body of water so that we could bring the village back home, bring the villagers. I have brought 2 of them to create a villager farm so that we can breed more villagers. And, of course, that includes doing a whole lot of farming so that we can do a whole lot of trading with the villagers. We're talking bamboo for sticks with the archer guy, and all sorts of villagers. Because with the farm, we can also maybe create masons at some point and make some stone trades. But what I'm looking for at this moment is a few more librarians to get a variety of enchantments. There's an enchantment in particular that I'm looking for. Really doesn't look like it's working very well. Yeah, I think it's not working, and I think there's a zombie in there that's supposed to scare the villagers that are inside the farm, and I think the zombie died again, which has been the bane of that farm's existence. I didn't know at that point that's what happened, so I'm... In hindsight, with the narration, is how I figured it out, because after playing, I was able to watch Delfrin's episode. But finally, I got the trade I want. Yeah, I think sharpness 5 for 17 is good. Let's see. Did I take sharpness 5 for another one? We did not have a sharpness 5 trade. Sharpness 5 for 17 is good. Yep, sharpness 5 for 17 is good, and it's cheap. And of course, I got the other trade I was looking for. Feather falling 4, that's what I wanted. Also for 17. Coincidence? I think not. And then, of course, I created boots with protection 2 and feather falling 4. And then as I opened the chest, I finally noticed the 2 sets of boots that were already there. And noticed one of them had protection 4. Had I known those were there. So there was another set of boots that was already prepared by someone else that I had not seen. And so I had to go get another feather falling book so that I could put it on that book instead with the mending. On those boots, rather, and create another pair of boots, this time the one with the unbreaking and protection 4. So they became the boots of fewer ouchies instead of fewer oofs. With protection 4, Death Strider 3, feather falling. No! It's going to need some unbreaking and mending, and of course it's going to need a new anvil. Because, a lot of anviling leads to a lot of iron being used, I guess. But the idea is, to add mending, because, you want to keep those boots, and to add the unbreaking is just too expensive for the levels I have. Considering I had 0 levels left, basically. Indeed, that was a little bit of German for you. Just keeping the channel educational. I decided to go caving. The server is in Europe, so that's the excuse I use for the amount of times I get hit by arrows. I just take a whole lot of damage. I'm glad that at this point we have some quality armor, in order to really make that damage somewhat negligible. I said it. I said the word negligible, and fairly easy to heal up with suspicious stew, which is still our cheapest means of getting the health back up. Ooh, look at all these diamonds. All right, that doubled the diamonds. That's not so bad. With the caving done, it's time to end the episode. I'm not sure how many hearts a potion of regeneration heals, but let's take a look. And let's take a look at how much production the wax factory is up to. So it's probably been 4 hours since it was built, and it should be fairly efficient. So let's have a look before we exit. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do I have to change the shears, though? Let's go have a look. Oh yeah, they're fine. Oh my god. So efficient. I should have brought some flowers, but to breed a few more of them, but it's all good. And I'm still regenerating. Oh my god. This regeneration potion is a little OP. No wonder we banned them in UHCs. Yeah, I probably ate that one way too early. Ooh. Regardless, we'll give our friend Baj a potion of regeneration for his shift. It's amazing how this one went quickly. Like I farmed. I went. Well, I went to the end. I didn't actually go to the end, obviously. I'm gonna show my candles to the next person, right? I don't even remember what the dot of this shell does. I think the glass bottle can go back in this other thing. Yeah, I still got time. I'm not as on the limit as I was last time, but I wish I could have done more. Yeah. The bow, yes. I need to put infinity on this bow because we barely have arrows. I mean, I just went and got more, but still. We definitely need infinity on this thing. And I think I'll repair it a little more. Oh, I got the 9 levels now, thanks to that copper. Nice. Okay. So let's anvil the bow, and we'll be off. The bow is repaired. Okay. So let's take a look at the few things I built today. There was a lot of harvesting, trading with villagers. I went to a distant village and brought back 2 of them and created the breeder. That worked. I linked the path, and I think Delphron made this path. And I made it transition now into the other one. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. And then we'll be visiting the only build, really, I made today, which is the bee farm. The bee farm. But actually, this is pretty cute. It's lush, and it's looking pretty good. In principle, yeah, the glowberries are growing. And up here, these bees are just a-buzzing. It's a very simple farm design that I stole from Wattles, I do believe. Wattles. Pretty sure that's the one. I made it somewhat spawn-proof so that hostile mobs wouldn't be spawning on top of this thing. I think we've got other places that we need to worry about with the creepers spawning and blowing everything up. This area, I assume someone will build up here very soon, but it won't be me. Mine needed less space, so I took this one. I'm not sure what to do with this area. If you have any ideas, feel free to suggest them in description down below. Not the description, the comments. In the description down below, you can find the playlist with all the episodes from Grimer, from Delphron, from Baj, and of course from myself, all in chronological order. And of course, you almost want to bookmark that playlist because that's where all the episodes are added as well. So I've got the honeycombs, the candles that I want to show off. I hear you, Frog. I want to show off the ender chest. And I'm going to have to hope that when they go to the nether, they notice that we have a path to the end. I don't know how to make it more clear. Except that I need to grab other side. I think that should be a hint. Other side, right? It should be a hint. Because you can only get that in well, there, there. So again, with the gift of music, I'm gonna have to sleep yet again. And of course, the loose villager who's on the run, he escaped, and I'm too lazy to make you get in your prison, so enjoy freedom. Freedom comes at a price, It comes with a high risk of death. Your villager friends in the hall are quite safe, but you definitely are not. I just wanted to be sure that the doors are closed. Yeah. When you leave home, and yeah. And I'm going to leave, of course, the task of sorting out the warehouses to someone else. It's a close one. I saw the new inventory room in development, and I was glad because that was the thing I was probably gonna build, because the one in the Hobbit hole is just a little bit too small for our needs at this point. We now need a much bigger one, and so I was gonna possibly do that. But when I saw that it had been built, or it started, I was glad. So that let me do a different project instead. Okay, thank you for watching. If you enjoy these, subscribe and leave a like, and of course, leave your comments. I read every single one of them. But it's the end for hardcore FrankenCraft. Let me get naked first. Oh, you know how it is. You know how it is. And then we'll do the row of tools. There we go. Ain't that fancy? So they should be able to see that we have an ender chest now. We have a new music disc to enjoy. And of course we got candles and honeycombs that we can yeah, we got a lot of honey. We got a lot of honey. And of course the potion of regeneration, which is hella OP. Okay. That's it. I've got I could play 10 more minutes, but we're good. All right. Bye-bye.
Sponsored by the Flues Crew on Patreon.